Welcome back. So today we're going to be working on this abandoned drag car project I picked up a while back. It's a 80 something Camaro. I'm not even sure exactly what year. Don't have a lot of time today. Let's do a quick walk around. I'll show you it and get started. All right, so as you can see, it don't have a front windshield. Dash and all has been pulled out of it. Pop the back. All right. You can see where all the time and money has been spent. It's already got a back half. Got a narrow 9-inch reinforced 4-link adjustable coilovers. Somebody spent a lot of time, money on it. Nice set of wheel racing rims. Already got a racing seat in it. Fancy shifter. You can see it used to be a stick shift car, a little 305 5-speed. You see it's got a drive shaft in it. It does have a drivetrain. Pop the hood. So the story was, guy I bought it from, he bought it from someone before that, whose dad had it, was working on it, ended up getting sick and passing away. So they said they used to drive it around, fire it up and drive it around the yard to move it, cutting grass and stuff. I didn't believe them to begin with. There's no carburetor on it, and you can see squirrels have been all up in there. There's plenty of acorns and squirrel poop all in it. But it does have 2 wires ran, one to the starter and one to the coil. So it looks like they probably did fire it up and move it around before the carburetor was stole off of it. Ran the numbers on it. It's a 350 4-bolt main. Got headers on it. Little aluminum intake. So my goal for today is clean it up, vacuum all this off of it, take the intake off, make sure there's nothing down in the heads in those chambers, vacuum all that out, pull the plugs out, see if it's broke free. I don't want to try to roll it over until I get all the squirrel poop and acorns out of it first. I don't want to suck anything into a cylinder. But yeah, then pull the plugs out, see if it's broken free, maybe a little bit of mystery oil in each cylinder, put the intake back on. I brought a carburetor with me, a little big, 750, but it should fire up and run with that. Throw a battery in it, see if we can get it cranking over and running. At the same time, I'm going to be back and forth working on all that work somebody put in on the back half there. You can see it's already getting some surface rust on it, so I'm going to try to knock the rust off with that. I got Pour 15 3-step kit, so I'm going to try to clean all that up, paint it back, stop all that rust, preserve on all that good work somebody's done back there. All right, let's get started.
You want me to restart it?
Okay, got that all vacuumed out. And pull these spark plugs real quick. I did hold the vacuum down each port, pull anything up that might have been there. Didn't really look like anything was down. The intake ports, it's all sitting on top there. Pull the spark plugs first. It does seem to be locked up already, so I don't know if I'm gonna go through all that extra effort pulling the intake to clean it just to make sure nothing got in there, or I think I might just try to break it free first. Just be a little lazy today. Got all the spark plugs out. Half of them broke at nothing. They're all out now. Shoo. Well, it ain't turning over by hand. Let's see if we can find a socket, a ratchet. All right, got a socket, ratchet. Let's try again. Ain't looking good. All right. Definitely locked up. Brought some mystery oil out here with me. And put that down each of the cylinders. Let's get some mystery oil in each one of these cylinders. Ooh. All right, that one's basically at the top. I wasted a little there. It's all right. Just get it on everything. Got all the mystery oil in there. Each one of them cylinders. We'll let that set for a little while. Come back and see if we can break it loose. While that's sitting, I'm going to get started on the back. So got done hitting the back half with the wire wheel. Sprayed that first stuff on it and rinsed it off. It's just a degreaser. Came up here just a minute ago to check this. I wasn't expecting it to do anything. And I did get it to turn just a little. So see if we can go ahead and get a full 360 out of it. There it goes. Yep. She's turning, but she's tight. Got a full 360 out of it. We got two black cables here. I'm going to drop a battery in it and see if we can just sit here and crank it over, get all that mystery oil out the cylinders. So we got a top post on what that black one is supposed to be the positive. This one's got a side post connection, so we'll just put these vice grips on it for now. See if this starter button works, if it turns over. That switch is definitely bad. Oh, she's smoking. She might just be that tight still. It was a lot to roll her over on my hand there. Doesn't mean the starter ain't just bad too, but not bad. Not bad. I mean, plug wires are out, but yeah, that little push button's just bad. Awesome. Start putting these plugs back in. As soon as that back half dries in a minute, we'll switch over and go ahead and spray that metal prep. Go ahead and hit everything with this second step. Get it rinsed off, and then we'll finish putting them plugs in and move on to checking spark. This back half's drying. Got an extra plug wire ran up here. Plug. Button doesn't work, so I'm going to jump it, and we'll see if we got spark. That we got spark. Good. Let's move on to cleaning that up, putting a carburetor on it. Check the oil. I was able to find some bolts. Let's see what this does.
Tell you what it sounded like to me, like that stripper needs to go back.
I'm gonna slap some paint on that stuff in the back real quick. Running low on time, throw some paint on it, and then give this one more shot. Let that battery charge up for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You can at least preserve on all this work they done. Alright. Sure as hell seems like it ain't charged any. Got nothing else to lose now. Let's crack that bolt open real quick. Give her a turn, huh?
What's that?
That distributor bolt.
Man, we got much juice.
Yeah, I like that spot there better. Go ahead. Oh, cut it off. Cut it off. Whoop. Might have a little fire down there. We do on the ground. On your side, we'll probably have to grab some water pretty quick. Is it still burning down there or did it stop? She's just some embers. Okay, these are they ain't long tube headers. They're the little shorty headers or mid length. So that's what it was. She shot a little flame out and caught the ground on fire there.
Better than what it was.
That one's firing. That's not. Well, that one's firing. That one is not firing. That one's not firing. So I got two down on this side. That one feels like it fired at least once. That one hadn't fired. That one hadn't fired. And that one has fired a couple times. Front one. So she's down at least 4 or 5 of the cylinders. I don't know if it's just the plugs, wires, all that good stuff. It was just locked up 2 hours ago. So
she did kick out a little bit, started a fire.
yeah. All right. Got the whole back half all painted up. So it looks a whole lot better. Kind of preserve on all this work here. It's a new day. Back out here, I went ahead and pulled all the spark plugs out. A couple of them have a little bit of crud on them. Forgot to bring the borescope back with me, but it might have been some left over from squirrel's nest, or maybe it's the cylinder that was stuck originally. I'm gonna throw some new spark plugs in it. See if it'll fire up. Got all the plugs in, plug wires back on. A little bit of fuel in the bowl. Put something down there. And let's see if it'll fire up. Let's try it again. Ooh. Okay, fired off right to begin with. Ain't really firing off since. Acts like the battery's weak, starts turning over real slow to the point it ain't turning over at all. I took out the front 2 plugs, still got them out. One was starting to get crud on it again. For reference, this is what it looked like before I changed them. Get this focused. See if we can get this to focus here. So the same cylinder is starting to look like that again. I don't recommend this, but I'm going to leave those 2 plugs because that front one's starting to get a little something on it. I'll leave them 2 plugs out, at least turn it over. If it fires up and runs for a minute, might just let it run for a minute. Try to clean out whatever's in there. So put the battery on the charger, brought it back, just turned it over to make sure if it still turned over or not. 2 spark plugs were out and it fired right off. Show you in a minute. It blew a lot of stuff out of that. This is second cylinder on that side, so number 4. Okay, just put 2 plugs back in. You can see where the second cylinder here is flowing stuff out, and you can see all through here, and even on the shock tower here. Everything it blew out of that cylinder. So put the plug wires on and try it again. That ought to get it going. Woo! Ha ha! It's running. Let's figure out why it's running away. Might have just been all the damn fuel in the cylinders. Oh, let's do that again. Woo!
Then after ring sleep again, you probably ain't gonna let that blow by.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just
That's the plan, huh?
yeah. All the other ones I brought back around. A couple heat cycles comes back around. They reseat. Yep. Woo! Well, we got it running. Let's see if we can put some water in here so we can fire it up and run a little longer. Also need to add an adapter here. See if we can hook up a small tank to run it off of. Start out right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but the thermostat housing is just dissolved. So I grabbed another one off a different intake laying around. Clean this up, throw that in there, hook up the radiator hose, see if we can get some water in here. So the adapter I had doesn't fit. I have to get the right one. And you see down here in the intake, it's just full. I've been trying to dig out what I can, but that's just a lot of corrosion and build up. So I don't have the generator and the shop vac with me this time. Come back next time with a good plan. I want to vacuum all that out and try to flush it out first. Okay, the tires leak pretty good. We'll fire it up, see if we can pull it up front. We'll see if it pulls, if it moves. I know the back brake line is hooked up to nothing. There's no caliper, so assuming we don't have brakes either. to the front. I got it jacked up. I want to see where the tires are leaking from, see if we can fix that. And got it jacked up in the air. I already put it in neutral. I really want to go ahead and check and see what rear gear's in it. Everything else has been done. While I got it in the air, I plan to come back and finish up that 3-step process on the bottom side, other side of the yoke that we couldn't see. So, anyways, for now, in order to see what gear we have here, I'm gonna mark basically this side right here, which luckily half of it's painted to make it easier to keep up with. We'll mark the tire and off a certain point. So got the tire marked right here. I know right when it gets to the top. Mark this side too. I'm not sure you can see that or not. Right here by this nice slash, when it gets to the top, that'll be one. All right, so I got drive shaft yoke marked, tire marked on both sides at the top here. Start turning and seeing how many turns it goes. All right, so there's half, there's one, and half, there's two, three, 4, 5. So right now the drive shaft's turned 5 times, and our mark's here. It's not quite all the way back up there. So in order to get it all the way up here where it was, that's gonna be a little over a quarter rotation. So it looks like we've got something right around a 530 gear, which is good, really strong. Definitely geared for the 8th mile. So on this particular rear end, it's 9-inch with the fill plug right here, with the fill hole right on top over the ring gear. I was able to rotate it around, get the numbers off of it, and then look it up. It's actually a 543 gear. This tire here is leaking around the bead, and it's also leaking right down here at the valve stem. Pop the bead off, put a new valve stem in it.
Rub it. Come here. Look at his little wing.
Oh, you had to do it again. Get the pretty yellow one.
Get this oil out of here. Well, there you have it. Abandoned drag car, motor locked up, back running and driving. I was really hoping to keep and build this one, but with everything the Roadrunner needs, a few other projects I got in the works, I guess now is just not the time for me to have a drag car. All right, well, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.